Sydney is. Who's punching? No, Tommy. I didn't know you would get up this early. That's Tommy. That's Tommy Quinn is punching the show. This is a neat little contraption. Perky Pet has been around since prior to 1960. They invented the hummingbird feeder. They were the first ones to ever create a hummingbird feeder. So they know bird feeders probably better than anybody else. And this is their big one. This is their Squirrel-Be-Gone, which, by the way, just say it out loud. It's fun to say. Squirrel-Be-Gone. See? Okay? I think you should just start your every day with just blurting that out for no reason. People will leave you alone on the bus if you do that. Squirrels are wonderful. They're charming. They're cute. But they will eat all your bird seed if you let them. So what Perky did is they put together a bird feeder that if a bird is sitting here, birds weigh very, very little, just an ounce or two. They now have access to a lot of seed. But a squirrel, because they're heavier, if they sit on this, it's going to pull the device down, becomes like a bank vault. They can't get to the seed, so eventually they will give up and go elsewhere. You get everything you need to be able to hang this up, including a really pretty shepherd's hook. And the price is $36.30. I'm going to urge you to go ahead and put bird feeders out. If you haven't done so yet, put them out soon. We've got robins that are back up here in the Northeast. That's always a harbinger of spring for us. I saw blue jays yesterday. Hummingbirds will be coming back in just a few more weeks. They'll be back sometime around April 15th. And it's just nice to know that we can help them along the way. Sean Pickford is our representative for Perky Pet. Is it still nice enough to be outdoors, bud? How are you? Good morning.
Yeah, sun's just about to peek over the horizon here. So great, Dan. Good to see you this morning as well. So yeah, I love my Perky Pet because you can see we have one hanging up here. We have a couple out in the yard here. So we like to feed the birds, but Mr. Squirrel, we'd rather him stay at the back end of the property.
Yeah.
So it's a great way to be able to feed those birds without the squirrel being able to get access to that seed because his weight's going to close the restaurant. So as soon as he hangs over and grabs onto here, it slides down like you showed and it closes. I also like that there's a bigger top on this to keep the moisture out. It's real easy to pour the seed in because I buy the 50-pound bags. So I just pour it right into the top. This will hold 4 pounds of seed. What does that mean? I'm not filling it up every 3-4 days. So this one here, I've had it out for probably the last week. You can see it still has more than half of the seed in it. So it's just a fun way to feed the birds, see the different things that you can attract in your yard. So we love having them around, and having it up here on the porch, it's even more special because we can sit right under here and sometimes the birds will land right there.
Yeah, very, very few people know a brand name of any bird feeders. But Perky Pet has been around, again, for over 60 years. And they've been doing it right. I happen to have the blue out in front of me. We've already had one color sell out. The green is already gone. Is it not? Jen's the boss today. She's my producer. Yeah, the green is completely sold out, but I will run through what colors are still available for the folks at home. And take advantage of the fact that today you have no shipping and handling. That'll save you $5.50 right off the bat. This one is the bronze. That's very, very popular. The black is actually getting very limited. I've got about 2 dozen left on that. The brick red is the one that's brand new this year. That's the new color for 2022. And then again, I've got the royal blue out in front of me. These are just beautifully done. We'll take a look at the videotape again. They created and patented this soft, flexible silicone port that means that the birdseed doesn't just pour out. And with four big pounds of bird food in here at one time, again, you're not going to be filling this up every other day like I have to do with a lot of the bird feeders. And Sean, I don't mind doing it, but it's kind of nice to be able to have a bigger container. What you put in that bird feeder is going to greatly determine what birds show up too.
Yeah, and that's it. So wherever you buy your seed from, a lot of times, especially in different parts of the country, they'll have different types of seed. So all you have to do is look on the packaging. It'll show you the different birds on the outside that it's going to attract. So if I wanted to get the cardinals, I'd put more of the sunflower seeds in here. depending on what you want to attract, you put the different seed. It will hold all of it. It's got those little plastic pieces in the feeding ports there.
Yeah.
So as you said, it holds the seed in place, but I like it too because I put them out in my mulch bed. I don't want the stuff seed that's in here growing in my mulch beds or in my flower beds.
Right.
So this holds it in place. So it serves two purposes. Mr. Squirrel has to go somewhere else, and it doesn't drop the seeds all over the ground, so I have to be weeding all the time. So I really like the design. I like that it's powder-coated metal that's on the bottom and the top there. It's a heavy-duty ABS plastic, the container itself. And to be able to hold that 4 pounds of seed, that's why we put the steel cable on there. And you can use it with or without the shepherd's hook. So I didn't use the shepherd's hook there because it was the perfect height for where I needed it. So if I was hanging it up higher or lower, you can just take your shepherd's hook, go ahead and put it through there. All right. So these are really nice. They're really well built. And as you said, Perky Pet's been around since 1959. So when it comes to feeding the birds, they know what they're talking about.
You've heard the old adage, invent a better mousetrap and the world will beat a path to your door. The problem of squirrels eating your bird food is almost as big as the thought of a mousetrap. There are over 10,000 items that have been submitted to the U.S. Patent Office in the last 50 years for, quote, squirrel-proof. Did I just air quote? Yell at me later. I hate
Yes,
that.
you did.
I'm sorry. There's been over 10,000 squirrel-proof bird feeders that have been applied for patents in the last 50 years. 10,000 pieces. This is one of the items, though, that was unique enough that the federal government went, yeah, that's different. So we're going to give them the patent. And it's really a brilliant solution that, simply put, it's all weight.
Yeah, and
all
that's
about
what it
the
comes
fact
down to.
that squirrels weigh more than birds.
Yeah, I mean, you can see in the video there's smaller birds on there. We even had blue jays on there yesterday. Oh, there's 2 cardinals out here right now that I can see. So early morning, they're out feeding. So it's going to be a good day, Dan.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Sean's coming back a little bit later on. I don't do one of my great outdoor shows without him. So I'll see you a little bit later on, buddy. Thanks for getting up early. I appreciate that. Here's the bronze. That's been very popular. That black is now last call. Last call. There's the brick red, the new one for this year. And if you're just waking up and flipping on QVC2, good morning. We are indeed live. I know that's not the normal way we broadcast, but you know, this is different. Today is all about nonstop